Welcome back to 23-Minute Reads with me, Mya D. This is kind of like my virtual book club because in these 5 minute or so videos, I share with you my takeaways from my current reading. Right now, that is Public Scholarship in Dance. As a part of my 23 to 23 challenge, I'm reading 23 minutes per day, every day, as an action of self love, as an investment into myself, and as a way of providing myself with some consistency in an ever changing world. Hoping that you will join me along in this journey by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving some comments down there in that comment section so that there's an actual dialogue going on. Having in mind that while I have several decades of experience as an educator, performer, researcher, curriculum writer, I'm not the know-all be-all for this book. I'm simply providing a space for dialogue. Well, this week I read pages 40 through 90, and here are my 3 takeaways. Let me get my notes. Takeaway number 1 is Kolb's model. Kolb's model for experiential learning is both a guide and a tool for assessment. That's kind of how I'm digesting it and am going to use this thing. As a guide, it provides a framework for dance scholars to navigate experiences, breaking them down into 4 phases and dissemination. As a tool for assessment, it helps universities and institutions find clarity around the impact and the rigor of dance scholars' experiences. So I'm thinking of that promotion and tenure document, that salary and merit document, dossier, book, however your job crafts it. Same intention though. It's a way to help you to conceptualize the work so that somebody outside of your field understands it, but also so that you can assess it during the process and know that you're hitting those targets, that you are going for that rigor, that impact, that high scholarship, that high engagement. This book provides several projects, and for the projects, it gives you a narrative. But then at the end of the writing, it takes the project and breaks it down into those 4 phases and the dissemination so that you can see how the tool is used. Takeaway number 2 is 4 quadrants. Earlier in the book, the 4 quadrants are introduced, and they are teaching, research, choreography and performance, and service. There are several examples in the book, several examples of projects in the book, and each of those projects fits into one of those quadrants. And then the book itself is broken up amongst the quadrants. So starting with the teaching quadrant and ending with the service quadrant. Which brings me to our third and final takeaway. Hope you liked and subscribed by now. Photovoice is our third takeaway. Photovoice falls under the category of participatory action research, also known as PAR. PAR is considered high scholarship and high engagement. So this is something that we really, really want to get into and make use of if at all possible. Here's a quote I want to share with you. It is concerned with research alongside stakeholders rather than research about them. It links theory and practice and calls for rigorous critical thinking. Oh, I was right. It calls for rigorous critical thinking from all involved. Sorry, I had a little moment there. Photovoice is a method developed in 1992 by Caroline C. Wang and Mary Ann Burris. As a visual learner and a lover of stories, this method really resonates with me because it creates narrative and voice and adds it to photos. So through research, these participants become or act as community representatives. So they do their research, gather information, and then are able to provide narrative, historical information about these photos. So it kind of allows the photos to come to life, right? So it's not just the image, but there's life around the image, because sometimes when we look at images, we don't know all of the details unless someone's told us all of the details. So we don't know the depth of it, right? This gives it depth. As I said, I'm a lover of a good story, but that was our third takeaway. Thank you for staying through to the end. I hope that you've liked, subscribed, and possibly dropped some comments down there, especially if those comments are of another book that I could read because I'm almost finished this one. Stay blessed, spread a good word, and I'll see you again next week.